The Nordic was first published 140 years ago, and being able to do this is the greatest common denominator between the world's greatest horizontal athletes, because this is the greatest point of force in horizontal speed and jumping. But only that has been tested. We don't have studies on what the greats can do, but even doing this is proven to reduce hamstring injury by as much as 50%, and we have a route that anyone can get to this because it scales, it budgets, and it makeshifts to any level from any gym. The overwhelming #1 reason people give up on this is weak ligaments. That's because the Nordic works the same way your ACL attaches, from the back of the thigh to the front of the knee. But it's the full knee bend that actually strengthens and develops your ligaments. So we start with 12 weeks of working to perfect full knee bend with no pain, thus growing and strengthening our ligaments. And that's the secret of how we progress later and get hundreds of people to Nordics. Then in dense, we patiently do 12 weeks of eccentrics only at your level. Then we find a very smooth and fun ride to the elite athlete standard, which, diamond upper crest of the glutes, is a strict Marty St. Louis MSL on the way up, which means abs come off the bench first by contracting the glutes, thus putting all the tension on the hamstrings. Continue to pull, followed by 3 Jonathan Edwards on the way down. Jonathan did these for 20 years once a week, is the greatest speed transformation ever, winning a gold medal at age 34 with gray hair, even though his country wouldn't sponsor him when he was young because they looked at his bones and muscles, said it would be physically impossible for him to be a triple jumper. And Marty St. Louis went undrafted, cut out of the NHL, and at age 35 was the only guy in the gym who could do that and was still leading the league in scoring. So the greatest ice, the greatest land speed transformations ever. This is our standard. Marty St. Louis up, 3 Jonathan Edwards, followed by, and you know you're getting good when your thigh touches the bench before your abs. Boom, that's a set. And yes, I'm then gonna call that final part the eccentric, the Ben Patrick standard, because it's strictly measurable. I've never seen it talked about before, and it's helped me get some of the most bulletproof knees in the world. And that is dominating this eccentric so well that your thighs fully cover the bench without your abs ever touching. But guess what? It took me 2.5 years to do that. Only the freaks can do that at first. The way we figured this out is just by elevating the hips so you still get the Marty St. Louis standard. Then just fight down and perform 5 full reps per set. When you can do 5, you go down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then once you are doing flat for 5 reps, then you start to challenge yourself. Okay, can I do it strict with hands behind back, glute contraction, bam, bam. So your everyone standard is actually just about halfway between your knee and your hip. Set that so your hips can get there, and boom, just right here is something that anyone could get to and maintain for a really beautiful knee quality of life. And to be very, very clear, no, I'm not coaching strict behind back until you get to flat ground, because for some people, they have difficulty engaging those glutes. So it can help them to think like they're doing a jump or something. So keep those arms free for yourself until you get to flat. Get used to it. Then, once you're at flat, crushing it, now you want to get strict. You want to get straight. You want to get the hands here. And when you contract through the glutes, you want to keep those shoulders as high as you can.